You are listening to Grasslands Radio, CUZ-FM.
You certainly are on Grasslands Radio, CUZ-FM. Hi, this is Billy T, and it's been one of those great days, and right now I'm feeling on top of the world. Give me a call on 310-310 and tell me how it's been for you. Whoa, there's a caller on the line, and you can speak now anytime. G'day.
G'day, Billy. John here.
Hey, John.
How come you're sounding so chirpy tonight?
I'll tell you what, mate, somebody else is going to be sitting right in the seat from tomorrow onwards for a week because I'm going on holiday. I'm really looking forward to it, eh?
Oh, you're going away?
Thought about that and thought, nah, because whenever I go away, see, it's always been a disaster.
How's that?
Well, I went to Fiji once and they had a coup. I went to New Caledonia, they had a revolution.
With your luck, Billy, maybe you should think of going to the Middle East for your holiday this year.
Oh, what? No. I went to the Middle East once. I went to a place called the Sahara Desert.
Oh, you? What was that like?
Well, there was plenty of sun, plenty of sand. But I waited there for 3 days and the bloody tide didn't come in, man.
Jungle green, what a sight to be seen. With spit-polished boots and a practice salute, I didn't really understand the danger. What am I doing in Southeast Asia? Then I saw her play for the troops one day. I knew that in time that you would be I'll swap my gun for a life of your love and make a living on talkback radio. And it's a 1, 2, 3, settling down, the red lights are on. And it's a 1, 2, 3, settling down, the red lights are on. And it's a settling down, close the red lights on.
Now we, the fishermen, have just returned.
After battling the gods of the sea?
Tangaroa?
No, Bill Hawhipper.
And what has the great fisherman brought home to feed his starving family?
Geez, Bill, that's a bit of a narrow fish.
It's not a fish, Uncle Greg. It's an eel. Tuna, traditional food of the Māori.
Yeah.
That's tuna?
No, it's not tuna, it's tuna.
Well, look, let's just get one thing straight. I am not a Pākehā, I'm an Australian, and I'm not cooking it.
Yeah, and I'm not half a Pākehā, I'm half Australian, and I'm not eating it.
Well, yours, Lid?
I'm on a diet.
Since when?
Since she saw that thing and had to put her mana where her mouth is.
Well, I reckon I'll have a crack at it, Billy, as long as it's cooked first.
It has been a great day. A great day.
Well, that's wonderful, darling, but if you skive off fishing again tomorrow, I shall personally tie your fishing rod into a reef knot.
But I'm on holiday, Tel.
Why did you take the week off?
All right, paint the garage.
And tune my scooter.
And fix the chair legs.
And glue down my carpet.
Well, sure enough, Miss Lydia and Miss Selma, why, you just tell me anything you want. I do anything you want. Right on.
You're sick, Dad.
Oh, geez, Bill, I know I love holidays too.
Greg, you've turned holidays into a lifestyle, mate.
Be fair, Bill, I may be unemployed, but I'm developing my mind.
Oh, so you've got a full-time job then?
I am studying human relationships.
Oh, yeah, an outside perspective, is it?
It's a bit of a blow to your male ego, isn't it, being replaced by a woman?
You've got something to confess, Tel, have you?
He's talking about your standard on the show. That woman from Palmerston North, Marcia...
Wilson, Marcia Wilson.
Yeah, I heard her when I was down in Massey last month. She's so funny and really rude to the callers.
Marcia the Mouth, they call her. I don't know what my audience is going to think.
Oh, she'll probably put a bomb under them, Dad.
Oh, ha. Thank you very much, Lydia. It's a funny way to reduce your allowance.
What allowance?
Well, I reckon they're going to turn off in droves. Hey, I don't expect Jock or Lingen for at least a week.
You got through 2 packs of cigarettes in a session, eh?
Only on a quiet night, otherwise it's 3.
And a full bottle of gin?
Well, it's the best way to cope with the brain dead out there in Radio Land.
So one of your head doesn't fall.
Head like a mule, Craig.
What's your views on men, Marcia?
Oh, they make a good hobby. I've been known to keep one as a pet from time to time. This is Grasslands Radio, CUZFM. What sort of cretin thought up that name? The station manager? Oh, hush my mouth. Marsha Wilson. You want to make something of it? Yes, we've got somebody from the local newspaper in here at the moment, digging up the dirt. Some super sleuth by the name of Craig Nosey.
It's Vosy.
Speak to me, darling. You're on the air.
It's Trevor here.
Spit it out, Trev.
I just want to say that we're not used to your sort of style around
Who
here.
asked you, bozo? Speak to me, darling.
Dan here, Marsha. I want to talk about the price of frozen beans.
This is the most burning issue in your life, is it, Dan?
Oh, it's atrocious what they charge for them. I think it's a conspiracy.
Oh, hand me a Valium, someone. We've got Mastermind on the air here.
You can't talk to people like that.
He's right, she can't talk to people like that. I'm going to ring up.
Yeah, I reckon that's a really caring thing to do in regard to human relationships. Welcoming a lovely lady like that to our little town.
Welcoming? Oh, well, I'm gonna harpoon her. That's my audience, these sags.
Oh, she's breathtaking.
Yeah, she's great.
She's a disaster. I'll be lucky to have a listener left by the end of the week.
You cannot ring her up on air.
Why not?
Because it's unprofessional.
And it'd spoil all the fun.
Hey, look, it's my show, it's my audience, it's my talkback number, and it's engaged. It's engaged.
Well, she's probably using the phone.
There are 6 lines out of that studio. You know what that means?
No.
It means the board is jammed with calls. That's what that means.
Yeah, but that's good, isn't it, Dad?
Well, it's practically a record for this town, but if she keeps this up, the manager's going to be chasing her with a contract, and I'm going to be left standing in the dog queue with that. Get out of my face.
And my husband never talks to me, Marsha. Just fetch me a beer, what's for dinner, where are my socks?
Well, you know what you should do, Donna?
Oh, look, I really wish I did.
Boot 'em out and get yourself a canary. They don't wear socks and the conversation's better. You off then, Scoot?
Yeah, I reckon I've got everything. This is going to make a headline.
I can see there's a lot of heavy news in this place.
See you on the front page.
Marsha here. Speak to me, darling.
You know, you've got a mouth on you like a Warfish convention woman.
Is that right? Intimately acquainted with Wharfie's conventions, are you?
I'll tell you something, lassie. You're not a patch on that Billy T. James. You should get yourself off back to Palmerston North on the next bus, though they probably wouldn't have you back, you vulgar beast.
Up your kilt, bozo. Go boil your haggis. Ooh, they're really coming out of the woodwork tonight, aren't they? Lay it on me, folks. Marsha can take it.
Billy, was that by any chance our old friend Jock I heard abusing Marsha Wilson?
Thelma, I cannot be held responsible for the actions of my loyal fans. You know that?
Bill, I reckon you're going to have a little quiet word with Jock. I mean, you shouldn't be allowed to speak to a lovely lady in such an insulting manner.
Lovely lady. She makes Pam Corkery sound like Mother Teresa.
Oh, apple. Give me some, give me some.
Well, Kapai.
Kapai.
Uncle Greg?
Yeah? Oh, no thanks, Nadia. I'm not feeling very hungry.
We're doomed. We're doomed. I mean, if Marsha the Mouth can put Greg off his grub, imagine what she could do to normal people. By the end of the week, my whole audience will be down with anorexia. You watch.
Speak to me, darling.
Oh, geez, she called me darling.
Hello? You speaking to me or you chewing a brick?
Marsha? Is that you, Marsha?
No, it's Minnie Mouse.
Oh, geez, that's a good one. Chewing a brick. Anyway, look, I just wanted to say hello. My name's Greg Reynolds, and I'm Billy T's brother-in-law, and I just wanted to welcome you to the Waikato and tell you that I think you're really amazing.
Well, I think so too, Greg.
No, honest. I think you're the most amazing woman I've ever met. Well, not met so much as just listened to, though I'd love to meet you. I mean, not that... I mean, if I ever meet you, I'm sure that you'd be be as lovely as you are in the flesh as you are in the air.
Well, Greg, that is about the most amazing thing that I've heard tonight, which says a lot about the standard of the cause, doesn't it? But look, if you're so rapt in meeting me, why don't you, come up and see me sometime? You might do to while away the odd minute. Speak to me, darling.
Well, you got a smart mouth on you, woman.
Why, lordy, lordy, the Yanks have invaded.
Listen to me, baby. Where I come from, a lady is a lady and she knows her damn place.
Where you come from, mate, they still fry people in the electric chair.
Let me tell you something, baby. You ain't a patch on that Billy T. If you were my woman, well, I'll put a bridle on you. And you want to know something else? Let me tell you something else, woman.
What's that?
That wrong number, fella.
You will do anything to get out of fixing those chairs, won't you, Billy? You promise.
Yeah, I will tell. I will tomorrow.
Tonight.
I think what you're saying is disgusting, Marcia. After all, marriage is an institution.
And nobody in her right mind wants to live in an institution. Yeah, hello. Who? Oh, yeah. Come on in.
Bonjour. My name's Greg Reynolds.
Oh, hello, Greg.
I brought these for you.
You're an Aussie. Hell, that's a true sacrifice.
Thought you might be a bit hungry as well.
So you brought me a week's food.
I think you're an amazing woman, Marcia.
Well, it's nice to meet a man with good taste. There's not a lot of you around. Do you want to sit in with me?
Oh, jeez. Can I?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Do you want a fan?
No, that's mate.
Oh, why? You want to live to a miserable old age. Oh, well, I guess I can live without them for a couple of hours.
Oh, no, I wouldn't dream of asking you to sacrifice something.
No, this is not a sacrifice.
No, I wouldn't live with you.
Ooh. This is Marcia here, coughing her lungs out. Well, that's my exercise for the week. Speak to me, darling.
Eh, by gum, there's a gob like a gutter lass.
Who pressed your button, bozo?
I've been listening to you. If brains went dynamite, they couldn't blow tat off.
Oh, they breathe them witty down pit, don't they?
I'll give you some advice, cheeky monkey. You need a patch on that Billy T. And something else, you know where I come from. We have the inductant still by now. And another thing.
What's the time? It's 5 o'clock. Okay, thank you very much. Just getting the right time, Lynn.
Yeah, right. Well, Nadine said to tell you that her arms are about to fall off from holding up that chair. So would you get a move on?
Yeah, right.
Hello? He's gone. His Yorkshire pud must have exploded.
Geez, I reckon I know that voice.
Yeah, and everyone at school reckons she's great.
Terrific.
Since when Ika's been listening to my show?
Since Marcia took over.
Oh, good one. Thanks for the vote of confidence, girls. Oh, well, there's no hurry for the chairs then, Tel. I probably won't be out of a job next week.
Well, I'd like to sit down in the meantime.
What's he done?
Well, it's what he hasn't done. He didn't eat breakfast, he just picked at his lunch, and he didn't have seconds for dinner.
Well, great. At that rate, we'll be able to live on my dole money.
Oh, I think he's sick.
He is. He's lovesick.
Greg doesn't know about women. She's a woman, isn't it?
Yes. But the thought of her and Uncle Greg. Yeah. Can you imagine Uncle Greg as Marcia's toy boy?
Marcia. He's in love with Marcia the mouth.
Oh, that's awful! That terrible woman and my poor little brother. She'd probably kill him.
Yeah. And maybe I can engineer an introduction.
Billy.
Speak to me, darling.
It's Diana here, Marcia. I just wanted to say I am really enjoying your session. It's high time we had someone like you to put a bomb under this one-horse town.
Hang on, Nettie. I just got to go to the bathroom.
Well, thanks a lot, Diana. You keep on listening and I'll keep on shocking you. Speak to me, darling.
Hello, Massa.
I'm ringing to say to you, I do not like you on the air. I think you are rude, arrogant bitch. Also, you are not a patch on a Briti. Briti is a man of a refinement and a culture. and this town should be proud of him. I think you should go back to the radio station that you come from. Furthermore, I think that the people
What
of
are you
New Zealand...
doing, Billy?
What time's the high tide? 12 o'clock. Okay. Just checking high tide to paint the garage tomorrow.
Maddie is threatening to go out on strike, and I'm going to come out in sympathy about the time that I usually cook the breakfast.
Right to it. I mean, right with you.
I reckon I know that voice as well.
You certainly pick your friends.
Yeah, I know it from the club.
What club?
The Return Servicemen's Club. Marcia,
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you a special favour.
Oh, yeah.
There we are. Till not so much a do-it-yourself than a work of art.
I just came to say welcome to our beautiful little backwater.
Hello?
Backwater.
Oh, Greg.
It's more like a septic tank.
You want to do what?
Not very nice. I only rang.
I suppose it'll be all right.
Save it for the faint part. This program.
Yeah, we look forward to it.
Oh, that is not a very nice thing.
Well, not exactly look forward to it.
Like that.
And why the hell?
Billy,
Yep.
what was it you were going to tell Marsha Wilson if you ever met her?
Oh, that what she's doing for radio, what Hannah Tehimera did for racial harmony.
I shall enjoy listening to that. Greg's bringing Marsha for lunch tomorrow.
Oh no.
Can I get you another cushion, Marcia?
No, thanks, Greg. I'd rather have an ashtray.
There you are.
Oh, thank you.
I better go and tell Billy you're here. Excuse me, ladies.
Yes, I'm looking forward to meeting your husband, Selma. I've heard a lot about him.
Believe about half of it.
That much?
Well, what do you think of the place? The town. The town.
Well, it's a lot warmer up here than I expected.
Billy, she's here. She's here.
I'm just about finished, Tel.
No, Marcia, come on, you got to come and read it.
Yeah, I normally give top priority to Greg, except I told Tel I finished this before lunch, so...
Oh, she's everything I ever dreamed of.
Greg, you haven't had a relationship, have you, mate?
You mean with a woman?
I didn't mean with a goldfish.
I come to Marsha Wilson pure and unsullied, apart from Toowoomba.
No, see, Greg, that's like using a 747 to learn how to fly. And see, what you need is a nice little tiger moth to do your training on, see?
Oh, I shall never look at another woman as long as I live. Marsha Wilson is a living treasure. I'd crawl over broken glass if she asked me.
Yeah, that might be a better option, yeah.
Sometimes it's colder at this time of the year. But not always. In fact, sometimes it's warmer.
Fascinating. You don't mind if...
Well, none of us smoke. But maybe if you want to, please.
No, that's not a problem, Selma. No. Look, Selma, would you mind very much if I had a cup of tea instead?
I'll make you one.
Good.
I bet you don't even take sugar.
Greg, this woman is a piranha. She eats little boys like you for breakfast.
You think I'm naive, don't you, Bill?
What, naive? What, you, Greg? No, I thought you were Warren Beatty, actually.
You may jest, Bill. OK, so I'm a little naive. But I'm loyal. I mean, I've stuck beside you and Tel all these years. I come round and visit you every day.
Oh, yeah, we're really grateful to you for that. Thanks, Greg.
I can make someone faithful and loyal husband.
Husband? Get that floor pot. What? You're not thinking of marrying this...
Loving woman?
Greg, look. This loving woman will hurt you. Okay, there are times I've come home and I've seen you with your head in my microwave and I've really resisted the urge to turn it on, right? But actually, come to think of it, there's been a couple of those. But I don't want to see you break your heart over this...
Paragon of womanhood.
Look, it might be easier if you just stuck your head under the bonnet and I slammed it, right? It'll be kinder in the end, mate.
Bill, if she'll have me, I intend to marry Marsha Wilson. She's the most unpretentious woman I've ever met.
There I was, Miss Sweetness and Light of the Airways, banished to the graveyard shift, listening to geriatric insomniacs and lovelorn drunks.
And so you decided to fake it.
Treat your audience like a punching bag and watch the ratings soar. Mind you, Thelma, it's not been easy. Fags make me choke and I pass out on the smell of gin.
And that's when you entered the image game.
Yep, rude, randy and raucous, darling. That's the new me. And believe me, it's a lot more fun than caring and sharing.
Marcia, I'd like you to meet my brother-in-law, Bill. Marcia, Bill, Marcia.
Hi.
There you go.
You're a hard act to follow.
Yes, well, I hope I get the chance to say the same.
Geez, Teller, I don't feel like eating much lunch. I think I'll just stay and keep everybody company.
So, Masha, how's the show going while the maestro's on holiday?
Well, the station manager's pretty pleased. He did a spot ratings check yesterday. Bought himself a new car this morning.
A little pick-me-up.
A pick-me-up like that could lay me out.
Cigarette?
No, I've just run out.
I'll run down the area and get
Oh,
you
why
some more.
don't you just sit here and talk to me instead?
Okay.
Greg,
Marcia,
I was...
I love you.
Well, that's awfully sweet of you, Greg.
I want to marry you.
Ooh. You like kids?
If you do.
Well, I've got 6 of them, and they're holy terrors.
Oh, and you need a father to keep them in line.
Well, the other bad news is that they've already got one.
You married?
Afraid so.
Geez, I suppose you're not getting divorced or anything.
I think you're a real honey. And if I ever decide to chuck my old man out, I will be on the phone so fast you won't know what's hit you.
I shall sit beside the phone day and night until I die. I shall be faithful to you forever.
Do you know what I'd really like you to do?
Oh, anything? I'll do anything.
Go out with other women. Maybe even marry one or two. Huh? Just for practice, of course.
She hurts him. I'll very well get Sir Jackson on her.
You really care about Greg, don't you?
Yeah, well, I rescue stray cats as well, Tel. What's going to happen if she marries him?
She'll be arrested.
Oh, was it legal to marry Aussies these days?
It is if you've already got a husband.
Thelma, William, you are looking at a very happy man.
Hey, we are?
Marcia has agreed to marry me.
She has?
If she ever gets divorced.
Oh. So it's your last night then, Marcia?
Yes, I've enjoyed it. Well, some of it.
Yeah, we get some pretty weird callers up here sometimes.
You think you're moving up here, Marcia?
Well,
actually, the station manager's offered me a permanent contract.
Billy!
Who's offered you my show?
Oh, no such luck. The breakfast show.
Billy!
Boy, you get through a lot of crockery around here, don't you?
Yes, saves drying them. Look, are you going to take the contract or what?
Oh, in a pig's eye. This place is full of crazy foreigners. They ring you up, they abuse you, then they hang up in your ear. There.
And you're on Grasslands Radio's CUZ-FM. And this is Billy T back with you again, so speak to me, darlings.
Hello, Billy. Morag here. It's great to hear your voice again.
Well, thank you, Maura. It's great to be heard again.
Billy, I want to ask you about your friend Jock, who rings up from time to time.
Yeah, what about him?
Well, I've been thinking about Jock, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, Billy. It is a wee bit personal.
Just how personal is it?
Well, I'd like you to arrange your meeting.
Well, me and him, well, it could be a bit tricky.
No, me and him. He's so bonny and intelligent. Oh, he makes me laugh.
Yeah, well, you see, Jock's a very sort of private person, Morag, and I think he's attached. Anyway, what's Jock got that I haven't got?
Sex appeal, Billy.
What? And I haven't got it?
Oh, you got a wee bit, but you're not a patch on that, Joe.
This was an Eisenbahn program in association with New Zealand On Air, with funding support from the broadcasting fee.
And you're on CU.